We're still live on Newshour, time for business news. So across the bustling market stalls of Tamale and the park trottoirs of Accra, a profound economic paradox is unfolding across the country. The Ghana cedi and the peso, symbols of national sovereignty, are being undermined not by external shocks alone, but by the very hands that handle it. In this story, Esther Edu takes a look at the microeconomic sabotage, the collective casual rejection of the peso coins, and the destructive abuse of the cedi notes, a behavioral crisis that adds an unseen costly premium to every transaction in Ghana.
This is not an isolated case, but a daily occurrence in Ghana. The scenario cuts across all daily transactions, from commercial drivers to shop owners. The rejection, which is a silent dismissal of Ghana's lower currency in coins, is the symptom of a quiet economic rot. The 5 peso coin, the 1 peso relic, and even the 10 peso piece are not just ignored, they are devalued by social consensus, creating an epidemic of forced rounding up that costs both entrepreneurs like Amma and consumers like this young lady thousands of cedis a year without them knowing. When every trader is expected to round up because the coins are rejected, the cumulative impact is brutal. Putting this in perspective, the 5 pesos lost on every sale of a 50 peso item is a 10% tax on the profit margin. GBC News spoke to a section of Ghanaians on why they reject the lower denominational coins.
If you toilet crowd, it's 20%. They said that from Crasso Binfa. Any 10% no be ampe. Hey, I know the omumpe.
So the third are Obi Anje, Obi create to me beside say, Adan, what they are at the no swami and a big crack with the Maya and
Obi meeting was no on the point to mention you. And what's the coins? What's there? Mimpe coins. I want to say 10 pesos. 10 pesos. 10 pesos, no. What's one pet?
This is Sewa Mensa. She has over the years saved her change from various transactions, which is normally in the lower denomination coins, in her savings box. However, according to her, the 1, 5, 10, and even 20 peso coins are of no use to her now, as they are being rejected on a daily basis. This deflates her zeal to even save further, and also hinders the promotion of a savings culture amongst Ghanaians in the country. The public's refusal to accept lower denominational coins is a practical protest against their perceived loss of value, a direct result of persistent inflation. In an interview with GBC News, the Director of Currency at the Bank of Ghana, Mr. Dominic Owusu, noted that this practice is effectively an invisible regressive sales tax paid disproportionately by the poor.
The 1 peso coin, the 5 peso coins, the 10 pesos, 20, 50 pesos, 100 peso coin, that is the 1 Ghana cedi coin, and the 2 Ghana cedi coin, for that matter 200 pesos, they are all legal tender. Refusal to accept these coins is an offense, and you could be imprisoned for not less than 3 years. That is in the Currency Act 1964. We cannot use, you cannot go and use 200 cedis to purchase something that is 50 pesos. So these coins are there for a purpose. And also these coins stay, because of the kind of transactions you use them for, 1 coin can stay in circulation for 15 years. So when the public will use the coins, it saves the central bank a lot of money. The paper banknotes gets worn out quite quickly. So the coins, there's a reason.
As the coins suffer from rejection, the paper notes, the cedi, suffers from destruction. Walk into any busy commercial hub and observe the currency being exchanged. The notes are crumpled into tight, sweaty balls, heavily creased, stitched with sellotape, and often saturated with the smell of the day's work. They are treated not as a symbol of national wealth, but as disposable receipts. Even in our places of worship, the cedi suffers from suffocation as they are squeezed before offered to God. This poor handling is more than just an aesthetic issue, it carries immense logistical and economic cost. Mr. Dominic Owusu indicated that the mishandling of the cedi notes forces the BOG into a vicious cycle of replacement, imposing a colossal and avoidable dead weight cost on the economy.
If you enter any country, the quality of notes you see when you are getting in tells a lot about the quality of life in that country. So it is very, very important that we respect the cedi, appreciate that the cedi is a symbol of our national identity, and for that matter we must preserve it and keep it clean. The banknotes are made of pure cotton. It is pure cotton like the dress, just that the way the cotton is treated is different from the way the dress is, is produced. So it is 100% cotton. It takes not less than 6 to 1 year to produce banknotes. So can you imagine that with all the efforts that is taken to produce these substances, which is meant for economic transaction, you abuse them?
Health-wise, notes that are heavily soiled and contaminated also pose a public health risk. GBC News spoke to Dr. Abna Bimpe, who said the heavily destroyed and soiled notes serve as a haven for microbes, a hidden danger in a cash-dominated economy.
Now, dirty money in this context refers to money that is dirty, literally, or money that has been contaminated with blood, with chemicals, other substances, and the microorganisms. Microorganisms, as the name suggests, are so minute that they cannot be seen with the naked eye except under a microscope. These microorganisms include bacteria, viruses, and then parasites. So examples of bacteria, we can have Salmonella, which causes typhoid. We are all aware of typhoid. And then we have viruses like the common cold virus. And then we have intestinal worms. All these can attach themselves to dirty money. So when we touch money and we don't wash our hands, we become at risk of getting infections from all these organisms.
Imagine a market where change is always exact, where notes are crisp and clean, reflecting the vibrancy of the economy they represent. For Ghana to move towards a more precise, efficient, and technologically integrated economy, we all must start with the smallest act of discipline, accepting every peswa coin and handling every cedi note with care. Until Ghanaians accept the full measure of their own currency, the forgotten coins and the tattered cedi will continue to be a costly economic anchor. For GBC News, Esther Aidu reporting.
Well, let's not forget our coins and also protect the cedi notes. Now, moving on to other stories.